Hi everyone, myself Avishi Sharma. In this program, I have created a simple banking system by using object oriented programming concepts in C Sharp. It includes an account class, withdraw transaction, deposit transaction, and transfer transaction classes. Firstly, I will explain account class. In the account class, it stores the account holder's name and balance. It provides the methods It provides the method like deposit and withdraw to update the balance. It also checks for the invalid inputs like negative amounts. This is our two methods, which is deposit and withdraw. It also checks for invalid inputs like negative amount and insufficient funds. Next is a withdraw transaction class. This is our withdraw transaction class. The withdraw transaction class is used to withdraw the money from an account. It tracks the whether the transaction is executed, successful, or reversed. As you can see, uh, the execute method perform the withdrawal and rollback. This execute method perform the withdrawal and rollback can undo the transaction if needed. Then print. Next is a deposit method, which is similarly as withdraw. The deposit transaction class is used to add money into an account. It also tracks execution status and ensure that the amount is valid. It also supports the rollback in case we need to reverse the deposit. This is rollback and this is execute. Next is a transfer transaction class. The transfer transaction class transfer the money from one account to another account. It uses the both withdraw transaction and deposit transaction internally. First, it withdraws the money from one account. As you can see, it firstly withdraw the money from one account, then deposit into the other. If deposit fails, the withdraw is rolled back. This ensure the data consistency. This is the execute method, and you can see rollback if deposit fail, and then print. Then we move to main method. In the main method, uh, the program take user input from here. You can see user input for two accounts and perform the withdrawal, deposit, and transfer operations. Exceptional handling is used to handle error like insufficient funds. Like this is exception handling like try catch. Then we move to our questions, which are first question are is explain how classes can define different roles for object to play and how does this relate to core principle of abstraction. So this program shows abstraction because each class focuses on its specific role. For example, we use method like deposit and execute without knowing their internal implementation. Like I will show you, like in our main method, this in this code this in this code we created an account object and call the deposit method. We only use the method, but we do not know how the balance is updated internally. This is mainly an abstraction where the internal implementation is hidden and only the required functionality is exposed. This is our first question. This is an example for the first question. Then we move to second question, which is how does encapsulation related to the transfer transaction class. So firstly, encapsulation is shown in transfer transaction class because it hides the internal use of withdraw and deposit transactions. From outside, we can only execute without knowing how the process works internally. So in our code, I will show you in code this. Here we create a transfer transaction object and calls the execute method from outside. For our, we can only see this method call and do not know how the transfer is happening internally. Then this is whole the method which shows how encapsulation relates to the transfer transaction class. Thank you.